Hi gang, welcome back to another episode of Cranking Out Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make some bohemian type earrings where we have these cute ocean themed charms that we sell at our Arrow Bell section, but you can use any type of charm and it's really easy just to add a few seed beads for some color and just a crimp bead to hold everything in position. So what I'm going to start off with is some 20 gauge wire, and I'm going to use my nylon jaw pliers and run it through just to straighten it out a little bit to make it easier to measure and cut, as well as to work hard in my wire. And I am going to cut off a 3.5 inch length of this wire. Once again, this is 20 gauge. And one more time for the other side of the ear wire. Okay. Now in the past we talked about our wire cutter, how one side is flush and the other side is angled. So I'm going to make sure that both ends of my wire is nice and flush. And I'm pretty sure this side is good. So we're going to measure at the 2-inch point with the two pieces. I'm going to hold it with my chain nose pliers. Whoops, let me get that other side back in there. So right about where 2 inches are, I'm going to make a slight bend. Okay. Now we're going to be working with the longer side. I'm just going to do a slight curve with the wrap and tap. Notice how I'm doing that together, the two wires at the same time, to try and make my ear wire nice and even. So just like so. Now we're going to be using some Miyuki seed beads. These are size 11, and although they are really tiny, they will fit onto the ear wire or the 20 gauge wire with no problem. And it's just a nice way to add a little bit of color to your project. You can change up the color palette. We've got so many different colors for Miyuki seed beads. I'm also going to use some crimp beads to kind of hold it in position once I have everything in place. I'm going to slip on a little crimp bead first, and then my seed beads. Now, although these are size 11 seed beads, as you can see, there is no difficulty in getting it onto this 20 gauge wire. And you can mix up your colors, the combination of them, to whatever you like. There's a really great selection of colors for these seed beads. So it's a fun way to change up your color palette and customize your designs. Now for this end, I'm going to take our 6-step pliers. I'm going to grip the end and roll it to create an eye until my end touches the wire. like so. Now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm just going to grip right where the end touches the base wire, and I'm going to do a slight turn just to get that eye centered. That way when my seed beads come down, they won't go onto, oh, let's see, they did go onto the loop, so let me bend that a little bit more. There we go. And now I'm just going to grip that crimp bead and squeeze. We're going to open this up and attach the charm. Close it back up. Make sure the eye is closed completely, not only to prevent the seed beads from falling down, but also to prevent losing the charm. We're going to bend the other side just a wee bit to make it comfortable. And now I'm going to use our bead reamer. This is our battery operated bead reamer, and it normally comes with a pointed bead reaming tip to make bead holes larger. We've changed out the tip and replaced it with a wire rounder for 20 gauge wire. I'm going to slip in the end, and this will round my wire end, making it comfortable when we put the earring, take the earring on and off. And that's it. Nice and simple.